So welcome to Stylesearch. We are a search engine that lets you find the garments you have seen on Instagram. Good to know is that we have developed an AI that is able to analyze an image, detect the garments on the image, and then look in the databases of all the shops that we work with to find the exact same products, but also similar options. We launched this concept 4 months ago, and it's going pretty well because only in 4 months' time, we already connected more than 100 influencers to our platform. We were also selected by Startup Bootcamp Fashion Tech Milan, which is an accelerator program. What they do is they go all over the world in order to find the most promising fashion tech startups. And then they go to companies like Prada, Stone Island, and Accenture to help them decide which companies are the 10 most promising fashion tech startups of the future. They made a selection out of 1,200 startups, and to narrow down the whole selection to the top 10, there was a selection process, and we were selected by Prada and Stone Island, and therefore we were selected by Startup Bootcamp Fashion Tech to become one of the 10 most promising fashion tech startups. So for us, that was a really great acknowledgement of what we were already doing. And yeah, like I said, 4 months ago, we launched this concept. And to show you more about this concept, like we said, we work with a lot of influencers, and they would also like to say something to you. So let's see what they have to say.
Hey guys, I'm so excited to share this news with you. So I've partnered up with Stylesearch.
Hi guys, I can finally announce that I'm partnering up with Stylesearch.
I partnered up with Stylesearch.
Stylesearch.
You can shop my outfits on this website, this platform over here.
Allemaal, zoals veel van jullie waarschijnlijk weten, zit ik bij Stylesearch.
Temos uma produção com Stylesearch, que é uma página do Instagram e também uma plataforma para Stylesearch.
And I'm so happy to share. I collaborated with Stylesearch.
I am part of Stylesearch, which basically means that you can shop my looks that you see on my Instagram.
Hi guys, I just wanted to share this amazing platform called Stylesearch, where you can buy all of my Instagram outfits and from many other influencers.
If you want to shop my looks, you can go to my profile and click on the link in my bio.
Which means from now on you can shop the looks I'm wearing. So if you're ever wondering what I'm wearing, go check out the link in my bio and you can find out all of the items or similar ones.
And you can shop my looks, which I think is amazing. So yeah, give it a check, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it.
Well, I believe that was nice. So yeah, let's continue with the presentation. Good to understand as well is that Instagram conducted research, and what they found out is that 87% of the people that are on Instagram are getting inspired by influencers before they make a purchase. And also 70% of the shoppers on Instagram even discovered products on Instagram. So we can establish that Instagram is a really important channel for every type of retailer. And we just saw a lot of happy influencers who are really happy to help those users in order to make the best decisions for the purchases that they are going to make. But now it's time for the demo. So I will lead you to our website so I can show you the platform in action. And of course, after the presentation, we are really curious about your questions, but also your comments. But let's now go to the platform so you can literally show the platform in action. All right. This says exactly what we do. And we have a female section, but also a male section. If you scroll down, then you have a couple of highlighted looks. I will tell more about the highlighted looks in a bit. Then if you scroll down a little bit more, then you get to see an overview of the top influencers of the current week. male, but also female influencers. Then if you scroll down a little bit more, then you will see the most recent uploaded looks to our platform. And of course, we follow all the trends. We know exactly what is popular, and we gather those products and show them on the platform as well. And for all the people that are logged in and have their own account, they're also able to create their own fashion feed. And by following the favorite influences, you can literally create a feed full of inspiration with the influences that you think that have a great style and definitely match with your style as well. So if we now go back to the top, then we can go, for example, to the page of Laura. She has 38 looks on Stylesearch, and all these looks are also on Instagram. But let's say we are really interested in the top of this look. What we can do now is we can click on the image, and once we do that, our AI will start analyzing the image, detect the garments that she is wearing, find exact same products, but also look for similar options from several shops. So now we can see 3 garments were detected: sandals, tops, and skirts, and skirt, of course. And here we can see the exact same sandals as what she's wearing, but also similar options. Also the skirt, exact same one and similar options. And of course, the top. Also exact same top as what she's wearing and similar options from other shops. And if I would like to buy this top, then I can click on the image, and then I will be redirected to, in this case, to Lofi's, so I can buy the top of my choice. So that's how the platform works. We have 2 options in terms of collaborating with Stylesearch. It's about influences, of course, with tech products to the looks of influences. And we also have, of course, our search engine. The tech products works as follow. We noticed when we look at our data that more than 17% of our users are using Stylesearch on a mobile phone. And we noticed that the top 6 positions are always the products that are being viewed by our users. Therefore, the top 6 positions, of course, are the most important positions for the products to be displayed on. Therefore, it is possible to get in the top 6 positions because the top 6 are paid positions, and they work based on a cost per view and a cost per acquisition. And the lower you get, the more you get in the organic positions. So the technology works as follow. We look at what an influencer is wearing. Then based on that product, the AI will look in the database to find similar options. The AI will do that first by looking at a couple of characteristics like color, category, fit. And based on that, we already narrow down the selection of applicable products. Within that selection, we then give every product a certain score. And that score is based on the score of the actual product. So the closer the score lies to the product, the initial product, the more applicable the product is. We narrow down the size to top 20 products, and then within those 20 products, we look for companies that are applicable for the top 6 positions. We call them advertisers. So if an advertiser has their products in the group of 20 products, then they are eligible to get in the top 6 positions. And therefore, we ensure that the quality will always be good. We also call it high quality views. Why? Because a user starts their journey first on Instagram. that user then suddenly sees a product that they really like at one of their favorite influencers. So they click on the image to see if the influencer has tagged the brand. They often see Stylesearch was tagged, and they also often see that Stylesearch was mentioned in the comments. So they now know that they need to go to Stylesearch in order to find the products that the influencer is wearing. Once they land on our platform, they of course go looking for the look that they saw on Instagram. Once they find the look, they will again click on the image to find out which products are the influencers wearing and if they are similar options. So you can imagine that that the user that clicks on the image and take all those steps in order to find the look on Stylesearch has a high intent of buying the products that the influencer is wearing. Also, advertisers will be tagged in more looks, because you can imagine that we already have a really big database with a lot of products, but the advertisers get priority over other products from other shops that are not advertisers. And therefore, advertisers, the products of the advertisers will be visible in way more looks. And of course, the more often your products are being displayed to people that are literally interested in the products that you have in your collection and are the same or similar to what an influencer is wearing, that will definitely lead to more transactions. Another perk of being an advertiser is that we will import your product feed, meaning that we will take all your products or download all your products and we will add them to our database. Once your products are in our database, people can also search for your products on Stylesearch because they are in our database. Besides that, your products will also be showing up as similar items on influencer look pages, but also on product pages. If a shop wants to get on Stylesearch but does not have an advertising budget, therefore is not an advertiser, then it's still possible to work with Stylesearch. However, we will only create your products if an influencer is literally wearing your product. So now it's time for a case study. We created a case study with ASOS, and the results were really great. So the first thing we looked at was how can we monetize Instagram without the expenses that you currently have when you are running a campaign on Instagram. Because currently, when you run a campaign on Instagram, there are a couple of things that cost a lot of money. For example, you need to pay influencers, you need to send garments to the influencers, but also you need to manage the whole operational process as well. So it takes a lot of time, it's expensive, and you can only promote one product at a time per image. And of course, per influencer. Our solution is tagging products of an advertiser in multiple looks without actually sending the products to the influencers. Of course, it's possible to do that, but it's not necessary. The solution will also lead to high quality views because we will only show your products to people that are literally interested in what the influencer is wearing and therefore in what you have in your collection if it is the same or similar. Also, as ASOS was tagged in way more looks, and therefore we got the following results. There were 89% more views for ASOS. Also 62% more clicks to the website of ASOS based on the products that people were interested in. And that resulted in an extremely high transaction rate of a growth of more than 300%. So 300% more transactions because of this solution for ASOS. The conversion ratio also increased. It even doubled. It went from 2.2 to 4.8. So even more than doubling the conversion rate. So we know it's working. ASOS know it's working. And of course, it's something that you need to figure out you need to experience for yourself as well. Then of course, it's also possible to run campaigns with our influencers. We have more than 100 influencers, so we know exactly which influencers are a good match for which type of brands. However, it's also really good if you first become an advertiser, because then your products get tagged into looks of more influencers. Based on those tag products, we can literally see in the data which influencers have an audience that engage the most with your brand. Once you have that data and those insights, it's really easy to set up a campaign with the influencers that have the best engaging audience for your brand. So this is the end of the presentation. And Tobias, I'm really curious about the questions from the audience. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, thanks for the interesting session of you. I would now like to get into the Q&A session. And the first question I received from the chat would be the following. Which influencers are having contracts with Stylesearch? So from which countries?
Yeah, so we started in, of course, we are an Amsterdam-based company. So we started in the Netherlands. So we have a lot of influencers from the Netherlands. But soon after the launch, we got a lot of demand from the UK as well. So we also have a lot of influencers from the UK, from Germany, from France, and a little bit from Italy.
Okay, thank you very much for the first question. The second question that I received from the chat would be, how can brands work with Stylesearch? Can they connect their B2C shop with Stylesearch, or are the brands working with the influencers?
The brands work with Stylesearch. So what we do is together with Intex, we make sure that there is a connection between the shop, Intex, and Stylesearch. And therefore, we can import the products from the shop in the database of Stylesearch. And then based on what an influencer is wearing, we look in the databases from the shops that we work with if they have the exact same products or something similar. And then, of course, the products will be tagged into the looks of the influencer.
Okay, and maybe one more question. Are the influencers paid by Stylesearch, or is this a secret?
Well, it's not really a secret. Of course, we pay our influencers. That's also one of the reasons why we have such a good relationship with them. But also, we believe that influencers are doing a great job, and they need to be paid for the work and the content that they create. So the more successful their page on Stylesearch is, the more they earn. So all the influencers have a big interest in promoting Stylesearch, promoting their pages, because that leads to more revenue for them as well. And that's also beneficial for the shops that we work with.
If I can also elaborate a bit on that, the payment is a shared revenue model from the commissions we get. So we have commission deals with all the shops that we work with. So for every sale being generated through our platform, we get the commission, cost per acquisition, and that commission we share with the influencer. So we don't pay the influencers out of pocket money. We let them share in the commissions.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. And we did receive another question. So how many users has Stylesearch? What is the reach?
Yeah, so we started, like we said, 4 months ago with this concept. The growth is organic, and within those 4 months, we reached more than 10,000 users. And according to how it currently goes, it looks like that we are going to reach 15,000 and 20,000 within 1 or 2 months.
Okay, so this was the last question that I received. I would say thank you all of you for the presentation and answering the questions. Also thank you to you, Noud. I think we could already get a very good insight into the world of Stylesearch. So for that, thank you very much.